So, today's video is SSPT is not about losing weight, or fitness should not be about losing weight. Controversial! Why I wanted to do this was I've spoken about this 100 times, and I've recorded this video 100 times, but those who have followed me on social media for a while know that I love to rant about image, but I didn't want to kind of take the that road again. I wanted to just do a more serious video about why training shouldn't be about losing weight and why it isn't with SSPT. To me, losing weight, the bigger issue has always been gaining weight. Why is it we're gaining weight? How are we gaining weight? And you're not just training to lose the weight if you're going to put it back on. Lose it, put it back on. Lose it. Get in that vicious cycle of just paying trainers to stay there. Obviously, you're trying to lose the weight you have, but if you're never going to stop putting more in, it's like you shoveling sand out and someone keeps putting another shovel in. No matter how much you're digging out, it just keeps coming in. So the hole never gets cleared. That analogy works. So PT, for me, what it always has been over this 10 years that I've been doing this, is about giving you guys tools. It's about learning. So the idea is that you come to learn how to do something to then do it better and keep doing it better. You don't come to learn how to lose weight, and I don't sell the whole bikini body thing or image thing, because to me it's superficial, and it's something that I believe doesn't really matter that much. The big thing that motivated me to kind of get into PT was that I have a love for kung fu movies, and some of the big ones over the years with Jet Li, did a really good one called Fearless, and a lot of the other ones were they're about the kung fu schools kind of through the earlier times in China, that people went looking for the kung fu masters that had great technique, that taught great technique, style that, you know, like people never went there to lose weight. Oh, I'm fat, I want to do kung fu to lose the fat. That's not what it was about. It was just purely about themselves, about discipline and that kind of thing, and that's probably what we lack the most. So losing weight's not an issue about training more. It's definitely an issue about eating less crap, but it's about discipline. So that's where I think, and that's where I keep pushing, that training is always, for what training is, you're learning to do push-ups and squats and all that stuff to get better at those. You don't come and do push-ups and we call them, oh, here's a way to lose cake. That's just not what it's for. You know, everything at SSPT has got to be relatable. So we do push-ups because that's an action that you will. Say you had a friend that wants to move house and says, I need help pushing a fridge in. You're going to go around and do a push action. So that's why we do push-ups. So everything at SSPT has got to be relatable to everyday life. It's a movement that you're going to do a lot. And realistically, if PT is about learning to get stronger, to be more active longer, it's about that when you're 85 you can still push things and lift things and climb mountains and do all that stuff, not someone to put you in a wheelchair, wipe your ass, get your groceries. You know, that's more worrying. So PT is a tool. That's all it is. If you've got bigger health issues, then I would nearly recommend, you know, like I'll give you basic healthy eating tips, like, you know, eggs for breakfast, or meat and veg, or meat and salad, or whatever. It's stuff that's common sense stuff we grew up, you know, like my mum used to always shove down my throat, if you eat more broccoli it's good for poos and all that. Yeah. So I'll give mum that, you know, it was something that stuck with me. Why am I eating healthy food? And that's what I think is important. Also, I say to my clients at sessions that when it comes back to the fitness side of things, you're not coming to lose weight, you're coming not to do what you can, because you already can do it. You're coming to learn to do what you can't. So you're raising the bar, like a high jumper. Jumps a bar, raises it. Jumps a bar, raises it. They're constantly challenging themselves to jump higher. So with PT, you come to learn push-ups, to go from doing them on a rail, to doing them on your knees, to doing them on your feet. And then once you're there on your feet, you shouldn't go back. You're on your feet and you can get chest to the floor, full range push-up. You don't get worse. Now if you get worse, that's when you notice, oh, I haven't been training in a while, I've got to do more. And that's what training is for. You're not coming to do push-ups because you've got a wedding to go to, or you just ate a big cake on a weekend. Like it's just going to keep happening. It's that vicious cycle thing. it's focusing on progression, and not just going to do a workout to get a good burn, because you might get a good burn, you might burn 2,000 calories, but if you ate 6,000 calories, does that mean you got to do 3 of those workouts in one day just to cancel off one day? Like, think about how many calories we must eat in a week. So when people start with SSPT and they come along and say, oh, I want to lose weight, my first thing will go, well, how are we gaining the weight? And why are we gaining the weight? And is that something that you can work on, so that when you come here, all we're working on is technique and getting better at exercise? And that's generally the best way that I think people should look at it. Because we all know you can't spot train. So you can't come along and do 50,000 squats because we're going to do bum day. That doesn't happen with us. I like to mix and match core, strength and cardio so that we do a little bit of each. So you're always working on keeping your core stable. You're always working on keeping your muscles strong. You're always working on cardio, in other words, lasting longer, sprinting faster, all that kind of stuff. It's never about, hey guys, we're doing core today because we want sexy abs. I mean, we've all got abs. They're just hiding under a layer of shit. So if you stop eating the shit, the abs will pop out. So it's the why. Why are we doing everything? Now, there's a lot of really good mentors that are popping up on Facebook and stuff, and the one that I've posted a few of his posts is Simon Sinek. He did a book about why. He's always pushing the why. If you don't follow him, I reckon you should. It's good. Like, I've always been curious, and I love the why, and I learn that about my clients. Oh, why do they do this? So then I can, always say this and get them to train a certain way. But I think that's what we all need to figure out. Why are we doing this? Rather than, I'm just doing it to lose weight. What adventures or life goals or challenges that you haven't done that you could do? And to do that, what do I need? Do I need more cardio? Do I need more strength? Does my balance suck? I'm falling over and breaking ankles all the time. So now I've got to work on my balance. That's more important. That's life focused. So we're never going to say, oh, we're doing squats today. Why? Because we're going to burn bums. We're going to get big bums and lose bum fat and all this stuff. We're doing ass work at SSPT to get stronger bums because maybe our knees suck. We've got bad knees because our glutes don't turn on. Or maybe we've got no power when we run because your bum is the big, like the engine room, and you've got a 4-cylinder Datsun in there, not a V12 Ferrari. So we can't drive like a Ferrari when we're feeling like a Datsun. You're doing core things to be stable. You're not doing it to get abs. Abs, they're just a visual thing. Core is spine, strong, all the way around, back, stomach, everything, obliques. There's so much to core. Balance is core. So that's where we got to focus on the why, and that's a better outlook rather than, again, coming back to losing weight, looking hot and sexy. I mean, we're inevitably getting old and ugly. That's just it. I'm sorry, that's the truth. So, I guess focusing on that is what doesn't happen. Now, things that don't happen is you don't go into Woolies and they go, sorry, we don't serve fat girls here. If you're not a 12 or under, you can't buy groceries. If anything, they're getting you to buy more crap, so, But that's never going to happen. So there aren't places that, well, maybe there is, but the general, 99% of stores will not reject you because you're too big. You don't go to a coffee shop and they say, sorry, we only serve coffee to hot girls here. If you're Instagramming, you can know. That doesn't happen. So it's, again, the image thing, it doesn't matter. Yes, there are girls Instagramming their tits instead of their coffee, but, you're never going to be rejected for coffee because of the way you look. Or actually, except for that America thing with Starbucks. But anyway, that's political. The big thing I always say to my clients to try and get off feeling that inadequacy or the low self-esteem with how you look is, no one ever comes up to you in the day and says, oh, excuse me, I just spewed looking at you and you're disgusting and you're fat and ugly. Can you go home and never leave your house again? Like, okay, that may have happened in history, but it doesn't happen. And if it hasn't happened to you on a regular basis and people aren't going out of their way to make you feel bad, a lot of it's just the self-talk up here. And we've got the self-talk because of social media, because of music artists. Everyone is hot and sexy these days, and hot and sexy is currency in success. But it's not. Yes, people have made success from it, but that's just them. It doesn't mean that we should follow that ideology, you know? Like, it's... You look at some of the top athletes or musicians in the world who may not be hot and sexy, but yet they've still made a successful career. So success is not governed by the way you look. It can be, but it's not how we should see it. And we're bombarded on social media and music clips on tits and ass. And, you know, that's probably why I ranted a lot on social media, because I'm hoping that you guys don't look into that. You know, just because there's now this hot girl doing a workout and for some reason the cameraman just keeps zooming in there, or a girl says, "Have you seen my tea? My tea is right. My tea is here." Idiots. They're not selling tea. They're selling tits. And it's the sell, you know, that you can now make a living selling tits and ass as long as the product is, hey, buy Donkey Kong. Just buy Donkey Kong. Like, it's ridiculous. So if that's what you want to, you know, drop to, but that's not what SSPT is about. When you guys come to me, and I'm hoping when you go to any other gym or trainer, and I hope other trainers, if anyone else is watching this, can relate, we're not trying to sell, we shouldn't be trying to sell image or weight loss or any of that kind of stuff, because it's something that runs out. Okay, let's say you lose weight and now you're skinny. Great. Now what? Yes, it will happen from training and eating healthy, but that's what happens. You inevitably will end up the shape that you should be if you keep your balance. Now, if your balance is a carton a week and training, then you're going to look like a carton a week and whatever training it is. People probably assume you don't train because carton a week is visible. So we have to change our habits. We can't drink a carton a week and then just go and train our ass off and expect it to work. It's just like filling up your car. You're not going to keep filling up your car with petrol if you don't go and drive it. Otherwise the petrol's going to ooze out and ruin the car. So the car analogy is a very good one. So yeah, that's basically why I wanted to do this video, was that I've written loads of rants and generally it sounds like I'm just smashing the social media people, but that's what they use to sell because it makes them money. What we should be trying to encourage you guys is that fitness, you're there to learn a tool, so then you can use that tool to go and do something. Just like a tradie learns, here's a hammer, hammer bashes a nail, nail goes in this spot to hold these pieces of wood together so the house doesn't fall down. You've never seen on a job site and a new guy turns up and the builder goes, right, hammer, nails, hit some shit, go do it. Because they don't know how to use it. They've got to be taught how to use the hammer with the nails in the right spot so the house doesn't fall down. That's what trainers should be doing. Here's how you do a push-up. Here's why you do a push-up. Here's how you're going to get better at doing push-ups. Now go and do 1,000 push-ups. You know, I always love quoting Bruce Lee because he was so smart and all his just simple and effective ideals on health and fitness. And he always said, don't be worried about the guy that can do 10,000 kicks once. Be worried about the guy that can do one kick 10,000 times. So in other words, you learn the tool, but then it's that repeat, 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 and you get so good at it that it just becomes you. And that's what we should be doing. You know, if you drink a lot and you just keep drinking and drinking and drinking, the drinking becomes you. And now you can't stop drinking. But yeah, I'd like to hope that you guys are training to get better at fitness, not training to lose weight, and not training to look hot and sexy. The people who appreciate you, obviously, in your life are already there and will tell you that, and it doesn't matter how you look. You could have the worst bedhead of the day and they're still going to hang out with you. Anyone else, doesn't matter. Social media, likes and follows, it's all a load of crap. That doesn't matter. Your life isn't affected by some random person on the internet that doesn't like or does like or, you know, whatever. You're going to do what you're going to do. Hopefully, you're going to do it for a good reason that makes your life more fulfilling. So if you haven't been on adventures in a while, plan a holiday. You know, I went snowboarding this year, first time in 20 years, and it was amazing, and I'm 35, and generally all my mates have got broken knees and busted whatever from years of sport or just working too much. I'm stoked that I can go snowboarding again. I rebooked my trip for this February coming, to me, I'm glad that I can keep doing stuff like that. So I will train to keep snowboarding, to keep wakeboarding, to keep trying new things, just to feel good about getting outdoors and having fun. That's what I hope you guys do. If you haven't been on adventures or you haven't tried a sport, get out there and try it. Don't let the fear of either being too fat or being too, uncoordinated stop you from doing things. And if you want to try something and you think maybe you're too heavy or whatever, okay, let's train, let's get better balance, stronger and all that. So then weight's not really the issue. You've got balance, you've got coordination, you've got strength. You should be able to then go and have a crack at it. Okay, so that's what I want the message to be. If you want to do some more videos or some live Q&A on this kind of stuff, let's do it. You know, I love talking, obviously, just about the why. So if you guys want to talk about food, resistance bands, exercises, tips on when to train, how to put together a workout, whatever, there's loads of stuff I mentioned in the 8 other goes of this that I obviously haven't repeated. So tons to talk about. Yeah, let's do it. And thanks for watching. Sorry I wasted 16 minutes of your day if you got 0 from this video. But yeah, if you do like it and you got something out of it and you think this kind of stuff relates to you, forget everything about weight and image and all that crap. Just train. It'll happen. Let's just focus on getting you strong, getting you better at everything, and then getting you attacking more cool, fun stuff in life. Cool? Alright, see you next time for the next informative video. Simon says, do something, it's better than nothing.